Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This video is going to continue a series of videos I started back in June with my Vampire Survivor type game playoffs, where I take some of the better looking Vampire Survivor games on Steam, and I put them against each other to show you guys gameplay, show you guys what the games look like, and I make my own picks for, and I score each one, and then pick one. And what I'm talking about here is like right here. So I picked 40 of the better looking Vampire Survivor games that I had seen at the point in June, and also that I had either got keys for or that I purchased, all for you guys, my viewers. You guys can see, hey, which are the best of the best here in the Vampire Survivor like games. So in today's video, we're going to see which one of these four games actually is the best of those four. So if we look at our scoring right now, guys, here is the scoring that I have right now. Back in June, I did these first three videos. Energy Survivors got a 7.5. I remember this was such a tough decision. I had Bertado and Bio Prototype, a really original, really unique Vampire Survivor-like game that's still loaded with fun, at a 9.5 as well. And I had to pick a winner there in those four. As you see, Scarlet Tower and Energy Survivors just weren't up there in the nines, but that was a very tough decision, and I ended up ultimately picking Bio Prototype over the infamously popular Bertado, just because I thought Bio Prototype offered a more unique and creative type of a game. And I felt with all the different combinations that you could put in Bio Prototype, I just felt like there was probably more interesting and better replay value. So yeah, I really liked Bio Prototype there in that first competition. And you guys can go check these videos out on my playlist on YouTube. So the second competition came between 20 Minutes Till Dawn, which was a really, really nice Vampire Survivor games. It takes a little more skill because you actually control where you shoot with this game. Death Survivors was really interesting and unique, but it got an 8.3. And then I remember being blown out of the water by Repitendium, my highest scoring Vampire Survivor-like game. Let's take a look at that one and take a look at exactly what this game is, because I feel like a lot of people may not have ever heard of this one. And so far, it is uh, my highest scoring Vampire Survivor-like games to this point after 12 videos. Now, this game came back out in November of last year. It's still in early access, and it has 92% positive, but I really, really, really liked this one. Let's take a look at some of the gameplay here. So in this one, you're a little chicken, and you're in a dungeon, and you're blowing enemies out. And you have all the different upgrades. I remember this one. You can mine in this one, get more perks, and you're mining all this different ore, stuff like that. Yeah, this one surprised me. It came out of nowhere, and I really, really liked both the art style and the gameplay in this game. Not nearly as popular as some of the bigger games like Bertado and what's the other one? 20 Minutes Till Dawn is way more popular. But Repitendium is a Vampire Survivor-like game that you guys can score for under $4, even at the regular price. Let's take a look and see if they've been updating their game. The last update, it looks like, was back in May. So, yeah, when I had done this video, it looks like it had all the updates. But you can see they definitely put out a lot of updates on it. They haven't put out any updates in a while, though. But definitely something to check out if you guys like a Vampire Survivor game. So far, it's my highest scoring game at a 9.6. Now, when I pit all these winners against each other, I will replay them and play them for longer and try to figure out, the best of the best. But we're going to have a lot of Vampire Starlight games that weren't even out on Steam yet, or maybe that I hadn't heard of, that we're going to have to add to this whole competition before we're through. But today, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the 4 Vampire Starlight games that we're going to be playing today. Spirit Hunters, Infinite Horde. Now, most of these games I have played at least a little bit. Spirit Hunters, Infinite Horde, right here. So this is an $8 title. You see that here, I only have 6 minutes on this game, but I may have more time on my alternate account that I play some of these games as well. But I don't think I've played this one a whole lot, so this one's going to be interesting. You are the Spirit Hunters in this unique action-like roguelike game. Slay huge waves of monsters and harvest their souls for ever-increasing power. Right now it has 78% positive reviews, 95% however in the last 30 days. Are these guys really updating their game? Because updates can definitely change a game and make it better. It's now on consoles, so that's pretty big, back in July. And they came out, they put it in 1.0 full release out back in June. Okay. So it is no longer in early access. So we're going to be trying this one out. That's going to be one of the 4 that we're playing today. Fantasy Survivors is, I know, one that I really like. It's a little bit indie as well, but I really like it because it's one of the few Vampire Starlight games that lets you play co-op. So it has 54 reviews and 92% as well. You can see I've already reviewed this game, and I like it because it does offer online co-op. So it's not like remote play or anything like that. You can actually hop in with up to 4 of you and all connect together and play on the same map. And there's no lag or anything like that that you would get with like remote play games. So I'm surprised this one isn't doing better. It came out back in April of this year, and you can see I already have almost 3 hours in this game. The next game on the list today, guys, is Relic, dudes. Don't really remember that one a whole lot. I don't think I've played this one a whole lot. I have, but let's see. Relic, dudes, came out back in February, and it is just oh, this one has online co-op as well. Okay. Didn't know that. And this one is 91% positive reviews, 175 reviews. And take a little bit look at some of the gameplay. So you can get into some co-op action with this one as well. Looks really neat. All right. So we're just going to be playing the single-player version of these games, guys. We're going to be playing single-player, see what I think of the gameplay. As you can see, I haven't played this game very much at all either. Probably just playing it long enough to test it. And then the last game we're going to be checking out, I know I've played this one, Horde Hunters. And this is another $4 title. This one has only 53 reviews so far. It came out back in February as well. And right now it's getting 90% positive reviews. This one is only single player, I do believe. Win 6 survival inspired by Vampire Survivors. So we're going to be pitting these 4 Vampire Starlight games against each other in today's video. And we're going to go ahead and start off with the first one on the list. And that was the Spirit Hunters. Infinite Survival. Or Infinite Horde. So this is a title brought to us by Creature Cauldron. It is their first title on Steam. They have 102 followers from this game. And again, guys, the Steam reviews are only 78%, but 95% the last 30 days on this one. And it's a game that does cost a little bit more than most of these games at $8 US. So without further ado, let's go ahead and give Spirit Hunters Infinite Horde a little bit of playtime here and see where I score it after about, maybe anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes of gameplay. Basically, the more it grips me, the more it interests me, the longer I'm going to play it. If I don't really feel anything special within the first 10 minutes or so like that, probably won't play it that long. Alright. So here we have the options. Take a look at the options real quick. You can see I have decreased the volume here. Two different languages that you can choose from. It's always good. Then let's go ahead and just apply that. Go back. Credits, tutorial. No, let's go ahead and start. I see you are awake, Hunter. Welcome back to the world of the living. I am the Oracle. I will be here to recover your soul when you fall in battle. It is our sacred duty as spirit hunters to fight against the ever-growing dark spirit army. Get ready today. Explore the world to find crystals and runes which we can use to enhance your abilities in the divinity web. Okay? You will need to defeat certain enemies to unlock new skills. Though you will fall many times, I will always be here to revive and strengthen you. Here, take these runes to begin your journey. Good luck, Hunter. Okay, so we got 50 and 10. Okay. The ledger. So here's your stats on the game, it looks like. Alright. This kind of tells you what you've done, where you've been, all that good stuff. Let's just go ahead and start a run. So this is kind of your abilities that you unlock as you play. Okay. So it looks like I've played a little bit. I've already unlocked a few abilities. I've unlocked a new hero. Okay. So, yep, there's a new hero that I unlocked. So she's a little more challenging. Heals orbital. Let's try her. Sorcerer, or a sorceress, yep. So she has a fireball and a holy arrow. Orbital fire, yep. She also has cleave. Okay. Let's do it. Desert is the only map I could choose from. 15 minutes is the goal, it looks like. And then, I guess if you play more, you can choose more difficult levels. Like so many of these games. Alright. Well, there's my cleave automatically working. Guessing you have to face. Yeah, you have to face which way you want to cleave. I do remember playing this a little bit now. I played it for just a few minutes and I didn't like that the cleave won't go up or down. It's only left or right. Okay. Let's get that orbital fire going. The orbital fire just is another attack that's around you. The graphics are nice and clean in this game. The sprites look good. They use the right resolution. They're not trying to stretch out sprites that are too small. Everything looks nice and clean. I like the look of the desert sand. Let's do an arrow here. You can't dash or anything like that. Okay, increase attack size by 10%, increase slashes by 1, or you can re-roll for 50 gold. No, let's just get the spears going. So you got it. This is kind of like that one I just played earlier this morning, the new one where you have to stay in a ring to open a chest. Okay, let's upgrade our bow here. Ow. 70 health. Okay. Let's upgrade our arrow again. I'm gonna try to unlock this chest if I can. Pick up all my little gems. Experience gems or whatever. Increase our orbital fire ring up. There we go. They open up the chest. That was pretty cool. Let's increase our cleave. So notice you don't have... It's a pretty simple game in the fact that like your character just turns left or right. She doesn't even turn up or down. And pretty simplistic. She just floats. You don't have... You know, the developer didn't work on any kind of walking animations for her or anything like that. It's just flip the image left or right. some of these enemies are actually a little bit more complex than your main character is, in the fact that they face either left or right, but at least some of them have a little bit of animation. I guess she has a little bit of animation as well. She's moving her arm left and right. And her arm here holding that magic ball or whatever, the mana ball, whatever it is kind of moving a little bit. Alright. Yeah, I gotta admit, I don't really like the fact that, however, the cleave action doesn't work in a 360-degree direction. It's only left or right. I think that could be better done. Not a bad little game, but I think this is one of the more expensive games. It's compared to some other Vampire Survivor-like games here, guys. I'm just feeling like this one isn't really worthy of the $8 price tag that they ask. $8 US, I think they ask for this game. And I just feel like I've played better Vampire Survivor-like games that are $3 and $4 that were more fun and probably a little better done. Though it is nice, clean, crisp graphics. We have our swarms coming at us, swarms of bees there. I mean, I like the shadows under the mummies here. So I'm guessing if we touch this cactus, it hurts? No. Okay, we just can't move through it. Okay. So we did regain some health at some point, somewhere. Because I know at one point we were at 70. I mean, yeah, I could sit here and chill out and play this game for a good amount of time, I'm sure. But what we're really trying to find out with this competition is, like, which of these games is not only worth your money, but worth your time playing. And that's what we're trying to get to. That's why I'm doing this big competition. This is why I'm investing and buying most of these games myself. Is because I want to see which of these Vampire Survivor-like games are really worth your investment. Really worth my time playing. I want to play the best of the best if I'm going to be, you know, playing these games. I want to spend my time with the best one out there. Or at least give you guys some really good information on, hey, which ones look the best to you. You guys may not agree with me on every one of these little videos on which of the 4 Vampire Survivor games is the best of the 4. But hopefully if you see one that's like, man, that other game looks really cool, and Zaxter didn't pick it, I think I'm going to go try it out myself. Or maybe I'll buy both of them. I'll buy the one Zaxter picked, or the one that I thought looked really good, and then see which one I like the best. This is not a bad little game, guys. It's definitely not. You know, it works. There, I picked up health. That's how and then I lost it immediately. See if I have little hearts that you pick up your health. Okay. I like that you can break open the chests and the barrels and get more money and loot. That's pretty cool. And the response time, the gameplay is really smooth. I'll give this game that for sure. I like how the money kind of all floats out as soon as you break a barrel. It kind of, you know, kind of has some physics to it, if you would. It's a well done game. Definitely nothing but praise for the developers who made it. I just don't know if this game is worth the asking price compared to so many of the other little Vampire Survivor indie gems out there. So, for example, I believe Bertado is only $5, and there's no way in hell this game is better than Bertado. Not even a chance. It's a cool little game, but... Guys, I think it's about time we go ahead and wrap this one up. And, yeah, I mean, we're only 6.5 minutes into our first game. So we have some more difficult mobs coming at us. It's a well-done game, guys. I like it. But I'm going to go ahead and end the run here and go back to the store page. Defeat. So again, you're going to get some stuff that you get to keep. It shows you your boss and stuff like that. Alright. You must fight harder, Hunter. You can't allow the Horde to take further control. I do like that you have a character here that, you know, is talking to you after and trying to encourage you to play again and fight harder and stuff like that. That's really cool. I definitely like that. Spirit Hunters Infinite Horde, guys. We're going to go ahead and go back here to the Steam page. And now instead of 0.01 hours, now we have, what, 0.02 hours? I didn't play the game for that long. But I think we got a good idea of exactly what the game is by playing this. The 78% positive reviews here is kind of pretty accurate onto my score. I think I do like the fact that, you know, you have your person there that you're working for or that's guiding you to go fight. And I'm sure that the game gets more compelling and more interesting with more interesting mobs that come at you. There's just a couple of things that I felt like could be done better in this game. I feel like you should have 360-degree orbital flash attacks rather than just left or right. I feel like seeing your character maybe walk or have walking animations or running animations would be a little bit better and look a little bit less quickly made or lazy or whatever. I don't know. If this game were $3.99, I would think that, you know, it would be a better asking price. It is 30% off right now. And I think that's just because, yeah, it's 11 a.m. my time, so it's a new week, so this game actually is on sale. I think I'm going to give Spirit Hunters, I think it deserves a little bit more than the 78% positive reviews here, but out of score of 1 to 10, guys, I'm going to give Spirit Hunters an 8.4. I think that sounds pretty fair for what I'm seeing here in this game in my first few minutes of playing. Spirit Hunters 8.4, but definitely not in the 9s. And we know that if we're looking to buy or play one of the many Vampire Survivor-like games on Steam, I think most of us are going to be looking for a game that's in the upper 9s, you know. And this one just isn't there. I'm going to give Spirit Hunters Infinite Horde an 8.4 out of 10, and that's my first impression score on this one. Well, I actually have 0.3 hours in it now. So yeah, I just put 0.2 hours in it today. Let's go ahead and move on to the next title, guys. And that is a game I've already played several hours of, and that is Final, or Fantasy Survivor, sorry. This is one of the ones that is off online co-op. Again, not remote play or anything like that, so I'll play with my girlfriend quite a bit. This one's actually pretty good. We're going to go ahead and see when's the last update here on this game. How well are they updating their game? So update 107 came out just in November, just a few days ago. New artifact and adventure, Skinner and Red Orc. October, there's stash and shop. Select a set of equipment before you play. Back in October as well. Fix an issue with the Slime King. A new map and a new playable character back in October as well. Auto gold bag and better health regen on October. Yeah, you can see this developer here is just updating the living crap out of this game. I love seeing that. Look at all the updates every single month. This is just September. Yeah, there's like 20 updates just in September alone. And then in August. Look at all these updates. Some of them are small updates, but you can see that this developer really cares about this game. Wow. That's just a ton of work being put into this game. Let's go ahead and try Fantasy Survivors, guys. And see where I scored at now. Remember, this is a game that you can play online with friends. So I think that's a big plus for a lot of us. Like I've said this before, I'm really surprised this game hasn't sold more copies. It's obviously a good game, getting 92% positive reviews. You can see that Buttonsoft here, the developer, really gives a damn about their game. They're just updating the living crap out of it. And it's a game you can score for less than the last game at $6.99. So let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at Fantasy Survivors, a game I haven't played in several months now. Welcome into the stream, everybody. Or welcome to the YouTube video if you're watching this video on YouTube. Alright, so if you want to play a game and you want to start a game, you just start a game, like if you're wanting your friends to join or whatever. And then you would just invite your friends. It's pretty easy to set up. It's not that hard. So we see, look at all these different characters that you can earn. This wasn't nearly this big of a list last time I played. Look at all these different characters that you can earn. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and play Knock. I like that you can kind of choose a color for your outfit here. Kind of tells you a little bit about him. His primary weapon is a great axe. And then Ivar has a dragon staff. So let's actually pick the mage. Because we played a mage the last game. We'll see how a mage plays in this game. Go ahead and pick that. And then we have all these different maps as well. Let's go in the sewers. Map is not unlocked. So it turns color if you unlock it. Let's go ahead and go here. And then if you want a private game, you would just select that. Alright. And so just to go ahead and go back to show you what you would do if you're wanting to join a game. You'll come in here, you'll pick a character, right? And then you'll just have to refresh your list, and you're looking for whoever. Hopefully they haven't done a private game. If they have done a private game, they'll just have to invite you, I guess, or you'll have to join them through your Steam friends list or whatever. But it's really that easy. So let's go ahead and go start here. Let's take our mage. Let's go into field crossing. Let's go private so nobody randomly joins us. So this one doesn't move as fast as some of the other games. The graphics are definitely not as polished and fancy as a lot of these Vampire Survivor-like games. But if you go in and you look at Vampire Survivors itself, guys, Vampire Survivors has graphics really similar to what we're seeing here. The graphics here might even be better than what you see in Vampire Survivors, and look how well it's done. So, yes, a lot of these games do look really, really fancy, but, that isn't what makes the game. Obviously, I'm as big a well, I wouldn't say I'm as big a graphics whore as the next guy, because a lot of people won't even play a game if it has graphics like this. So this one is a little bit tricky in the fact that as you move around, guys, and it's really cool, if you'll see your other friend on the map. This is something that I believe I pointed out to the developer. Hey, you should be able to see each other on the map, and he actually listened to my feedback, and he actually made it so you can easily see your other friends on this map, so you can find each other a lot easier. But as you're playing this one, guys, it's not going to have the pop-ups for what you want to pick popping up on the screen like so many of these games. Instead, you'll see it over here. You'll see these buttons light up, and you have to choose select, and then you'll have to make your selection here. Leather armor medium. Leather gloves. You want a chest piece, or do you want gloves? I'm going to select that one. Right? So it gives you all your stats here. This is like your experience. I'm level 3. Here's how many kills I've got. Here's how much average damage I'm doing. The max damage I've done. Average hits is taking me. You can't go through the water or anything like that. That is like a boundary. Look like an old man hobbling around here. So your experience bar is actually right here, I do believe. I'm trying to remember. And this is your health, actually, over here. Yeah, you see... Your health bar is also right below your character as well. So this is really nice over here because you're going to see, like, if you have 4 friends playing with you, you're going to see 4 icons just like this. So it makes it really easy so you guys can all see, hey, who's hurting, who needs health or whatever. I really got to be honest, I really do like the fact that this game looks like it has hand-drawn art for all the enemies and for the characters. So much like I was complaining the last game about how the character would just, moved left or right or whatever. Like it was, just a flip of the image. Same thing here, the character doesn't face down or up. But you can see that my fireball does have a 360-degree directional attack. Now you gotta be really careful when you're maneuvering through the trees here, because you can get stuck pretty easy. So in these areas here, you can bust these pots. Had some... Let's slow down there. My movement speed just slowed there for a minute. Level up. I do believe your health restores when you level up, if I remember right. Yeah, you gotta be careful here. A mini boss spawn. And so you see that right down here is chat. I also like here that you're playing with friends or whatever. You can also, if you get... Ah! Get up here. But if you are, you can sit here and type. You know, you can type in the chat to your friends or whatever. You gotta be careful because if you're stuck there typing or whatever, then you can wind up dead just like I did right there. You saw my health disappear. Dungeon claims you. It shows you how many kills you got, your level you achieved, and everything like that. Guys, this game really is a... You can just hit retry and go right back without having to go through those options. If you just want to play the same game again, the same map, same character, just hit retry. Makes it a lot quicker to jump back into a game, so I like that. That's a nice touch that the developer probably added since he's launched this game in early access. Sound effects, I feel like, are really well done. It's all auto-firing, so auto-attacking. As you can see, your character doesn't even fire where you're pointing your hand. It's all... The hand is basically to pick your choices on, you know, your leveling up and stuff like that. But you can see my guy's automatically firing. I know a lot of people would probably rather have a Vampire Survivors-like game where you control where you're firing, but that's not even an option in this game. And if I remember Vampire Survivors correctly, it's also not possible in Vampire Survivors itself to choose which direction you're firing in. It's all automatic. We're gonna pick the artifact there. You can kind of see all the different items that you have here, what they're adding to your attack, any kind of gear you pick up. So if you pick up, like, you know, armor or whatever, it's going to show up here. So let's take a look here at these. This is going to be heavy armor, but if we pick this, we can also ban it. So if we don't want that item to show up again, you can ban it so you don't see it again. That's pretty cool. But let's just pick that item up and you'll see that it shows up over here in some of your armor. I guess this is your armor slots here. Definitely help protect you when one of these big baddies touches you. So you see right here, I don't have any gold, but if I go pick this up right here, I will get some gold coins. So you gotta pick up the spinning gold coins to get gold. You found 5 gold. It'll tell you how much gold you have as well. And so you see my vision isn't quite nearly as good right now, so your vision does go down. And you can actually increase your vision as well. It's one of the stats or attributes you can increase. I believe there's items as well that will increase your vision as well. It definitely helps a lot when you can see further. There's big bosses that come at you that are huge, just like so many of these games. But the trees and the whole playing in the forest element definitely adds a lot to this game. You kind of see the trails and that kind of thing. And as you can see, this developer, some of these games, the enemies will move right through rocks and trees and stuff like that. But this developer has made it so enemies can't move right through the actual trees. They move behind them, but they don't move right through the, you know, through the water or through the rocks or trees. Stuff you can't move through, the enemies can't move through here. Mini bosses spawned. So you have a limit break as well, so your enemy, all your attacks do like twice as damage. So it's kind of like a rage mode, I guess you would. You can kind of see the enemies and where they're all at on your radar as well. Most of them are to the left and to the west of me here. So if you're playing with friends and one of your friends goes down in battle, their corpse will drop, and then all it takes is one person going and just being near their corpse for, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds or something like that, 10 seconds. It doesn't take that long, but you can actually pick them up and revive them. But I do like the loot that you can pick up and how it all makes a difference in what you're doing. Doesn't move nearly as fast as some of these games, and it doesn't have quite the graphics as some of these games. But I like this game a lot, nonetheless, guys. I think this game already scores higher than the last game, which had an 8.4. Guys, I'm going to give the base game here an 8.7, just because I think this game's quite a bit of fun. I like the hand-drawn art. I think it's a nice touch. And because this game does have online co-op, I've tested it many times. I know it works well. I played with both my son and my girlfriend one time. We had quite a bit of fun playing this game as well. I'm going to give this game another 0.2 points for the fact that it does add, like, the online co-op as well. Most of these Vampire Survivor games do not have the online co-op, so this is one of those rare ones that does. And then, also, guys, because we saw all the support and how well this developer is updating the game, we saw 15, 20, 25 updates every single month for the last several months on this game. It shows me this developer really cares about making sure the game is the best it can be. They're listening to feedback. I already know that because they've already done a couple of the suggestions that I suggested, such as showing your friends here on the radar. So I like that as well, guys. So if we add the 8.7 original score I gave this game, I like the health bars as well. I just think this is a really fun, unique game that is probably better than what it looks like if people are looking at it on the Steam page. 8.7 plus the 2 plus 0.2 for the online co-op. And then we add another 0.2. I'm going to give this game another 0.2 since the developer really is updating the hell out of this game. They're really care about their game, and I think that goes a long ways towards a good game. I'm going to add another 0.2 here. We wind up with a first impressions score for Fantasy Survivors of a 9.1. Certainly beatable, but I think most people, if they were looking at this game on Steam and they saw the graphics, they'd be like, oh, I'm not buying this. The graphics don't look that good. But then again, my response to that is, hey, go look at Vampire Survivors and tell me how much better the graphics in Vampire Survivors really is over what you're seeing here. This is a good one, guys. 9.1 is my score on this one, first impression score. So we're going to go ahead and jump out of this game. 9.1 is my score for Fantasy Survivors, and if you're looking for a fantasy server, a Vampire Survivor-like game that you can play with your friends online without, require the remote play, right, without requiring Steam and having that lag that remote play games have. This one does have the official online co-op, and that means you're going to be a little bit less laggy than if this was a remote play type game. So 9.1 is my score for Fantasy Survivors, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next one here, which is Relic, dudes. Don't really know a lot about this one either, guys. Relic, dudes here. This is a game that came out back in February. I don't have very much time in it as well, but it is another game that does have the online co-op. Let's go ahead and take a look at the price. $5 price tag. You can get this one on sale right now for 30% off. And let's take a look at the updates and compare it to what we're seeing with some of the other games. So the last update here was August 12th, and then 3 months before that, there was a big update in May. But you can see these updates look like they're a lot bigger than some of the updates maybe for the Fantasy Survivors. But it looks like this developer definitely is updating his game with some big updates, and that definitely shows a lot. So let's go ahead and try Relic, dudes, and see where it matches up. I'm not really worried that much about the price. I'm not really considering the price as a part of my overall scoring, guys. I'm just trying to look at the game objectively as, hey, how good is this game? Because most of these games are going to be anywhere from $3 to $10, right? And again, I think your time is much more important than $1 or $2 when it comes down to price. You're wanting to find out, you're wanting to spend your time playing a game that is worth your time. Your time is worth a lot more than just a couple of dollars in a price. So, Relic, dudes, I kind of like the music here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the settings, show you what you have here. Looks like 1920 by 1080 is the highest resolution you can pick. Let's actually see if we can go 144 hertz. You only have Portugal and English. Let's leave that off. Alright, we'll turn the master volume. The music is, oh, let's go ahead and do that. So this is one of those games, the Vampire Star games, where you can turn auto shoot on or off. So if you want to shoot and control it yourself, you can customize that. That's pretty cool. So I do like that. I definitely like that a lot. So we're going to go ahead and turn auto shoot on to start with. And then we'll try it without auto. So we're just going to go ahead and play. We're not going to join a lobby, host a game. I guess we'll host a game and just make it private. And you can play default game mode or you can do endless. Alright. So when you're ready to go ahead and go up, you can invite your friends right here. Definitely a nice UI for this game. I like how it looks hand-drawn. You can chat with people. You can say, hey, what up? A friend? You have your friend playing or whatever, and you can sit there and chat with each other. Maybe you don't have the voice comms or whatever. That's pretty cool. Here. I don't see how you change that. Alright, let's just go ahead and ready up. And start. I haven't played this game that much at all, guys, so we're gonna see. Do you have a dog that helps you? And if he dies, it looks like he just respawns. Okay. Oh, you're sending dogs out after these guys and they die. Okay. Yeah, the dogs are coming up for me. That's pretty cool. Right. So we got a choice here. Do we want maximum health points? Do we want reduce spell cast slowdown, or holy water increases healing? Let's do 1. Okay. Dagger increases your bullet attack speed and increases movement speed. Or reduce. Let's go ahead and increase movement speed. Can you just click it? No, you cannot. Okay. Firebomb, all summons. So this is where you kind of pick your abilities. So I like this one that you can control where you're shooting. I wasn't even shooting. I thought I had turned the auto shoot on, but I guess I turned it off. And you can just hold your left mouse button down if you want to. Yeah, let's do the cast slowdown. Increases summons movement speed. Okay, let's try that. So our dogs move faster. Go ahead and take a... Oh, I just moved into one of those selections without reading my options. My bad. Ah! Good thing I have movement speed there. Increases bullet critical chance. Okay. Boost of haste and movement speed and... Oh, I died already. Alright, that wasn't real cool. Let's play that again. Let's play again. Ready. Alright. Now that I know what I'm doing, then I can actually shoot. Get him, fight him. Okay. So I guess you... Oh, there we go. You hover your cursor right over the little element. You see what it is. Bullets inflict poison. Ooh, Ice Gem. Cast a piercing ice spike towards the enemy. Ooh, let's try that. That sounds cool. Wave 2 started. Increases damage. Spinach. I like that. Hourglass. Use all casts. Cooldown. Let's do 2. Another really clean game. Increases bullet damage based on percentage of hit points missing. Ice Gem again. If your bullet gives critical damage, it explodes, causing part of your damage in the area. Or Voodoo Doll, when you receive damage, buff yours and all allies' bullets. I guess let's go ahead and... Increases the summon's hit points. That sounds pretty important. Let's do that. 1. I'll save this one. Ooh, got some health. Nice. The response time and the the gameplay it's really good. Shrapnel bullet emits shrapnels when it hits monsters. Summons a fairy every few seconds that heals the player. Ooh, that sounds too good to resist. We're definitely gonna take that one. More healing in here with some healing water or whatever that was. So there's the fairy healing me. And we're level 5. I feel like we're doing so much better than we did in the last game. There is no dash or anything like that in this game, guys. I hit my right mouse button, I feel like I healed or something. Maybe it was just a coincidence. Alright. Gotta remember to keep shooting. Nice. Alright, what do we got here? Plus 10 damage. Spike. Let's do the poison. Get some more health. Yeah, we're gonna do movement speed. That would be boots of pace for us. Oh, yikes, I'm at like half health. I like the sound effects. I really like the sound effects in this game. And the fact that this game... I know Addie and I have not played this game together. We'll have to play this game together and see how well it works. I'm sure it'll work just fine. We both like these kind of games, and when we can play together, it's even better. So notice you can't pick up the health potion if you're already at full health. I like that as well. Oh, if someone's a Cupid to fight by your side, definitely we're taking that one. Let's go ahead and get more maximum health here, and then get Cupid. And then we also have that. I like how even though we started a new wave, the health... it starts blinking when it's about to go away. I like that. So it warns you that the health potion was about to go away. It did disappear before I got it. I like how the portals come in. You see the portals and then an enemy spawns from it. Look at the Cupid fighting alongside us. That's pretty cool. A drill. Bullets pierce through the enemy. Summons a fairy every few seconds. It heals the player. We've seen that one already. Bone. Summon a dog to fight by your side. And a bio bomb. Let's try the bio bomb this time. But before we do that, let's critical chance. Hourglass. Let's do the hourglass so we have a cooldown. Enemies are getting harder. We're on level 11, baby. Ah, this is another... I feel like this is another really well done Vampire Starlight games. I love that we have so many good options and so many good choices on Steam for, I know people are probably like, oh my god, there's so many Vampire Starlight games that, people are just trying to copy or leech up the success of Vampire Survivors. But I actually like that, especially when there's so many really good choices. So many really good gems like this one. And so many others that we have to choose from. Because everybody's taste is not exactly the same. And if there weren't so many choices, then we wouldn't also have, we wouldn't have so many choices to play with our friends as well. So like this one, for example, you can play with your friends. And maybe you like these games, but you just want to play one with your friends. And I know that Vampire Survivors itself recently introduced a patch where you can now play with your friends. I didn't even see what that was, but it looks like it gave me some shielding. So you can click on whatever you want. You don't have to hit the number. Which makes it really nice. Got Cupid along beside me. I'm sending out dogs. I'm running for my life. It shows you all the things you picked up here as well. Pretty cool. And I know people watching this may not be like, oh my god, Zach, this doesn't look that good. But it's actually pretty damn fun. I can imagine this would be even more fun with friends. Dagger attack speed. Increases the summons hit points. Increases your summons. Let's do the summons hit points. And then we have a boomerang. Let's do the boomerang. Yeah, this is a game I bought, obviously, some time ago. Probably back in February or March when it came out. I just never really played it. I was probably too busy doing something and just never got back to it. But I must say, I'm pretty happy with it right now. It's more fun than it looks like, I will say that. Sound effects are very well done. I like the healing effect. You can see the yellow sparkling. Increases area size. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Voodoo doll, poison, bio bomb, ice gem. Let's do the ice gem. We're at level 14, baby. The map size is not very big. I mean, and you don't have houses or trees or anything like that, so that is kind of the one negative I'll take from this game. I definitely like to see a map with like mountains and, you know, trees and woods and stuff like that, rather than just a pretty blank map. But it does offer a lot of freedom of movement and stuff like that, but you are restricted by the smaller map size. Yeah, this game definitely doesn't have as big a map size as some of these games. I am curious on if you play this with more players, if the map size is increased, because you're going to have a lot more mobs, or you know, you're going to need a lot more room to move around. Let's go ahead and increase our maximum health. Increases the healing you receive from any source. I like that. A drill. It's a storm in a bottle casts an energy ball that circles around the player. Oh, let's do that. That's something new. A thunder hammer casts a thunder that deals. Oh, let's try that. We got some big guys now. It's getting real now, guys. God damn. like all the different things you can pick up. But most of these Vampire Survivor games have many different kinds of things that you can pick up. I like the red gems. We started seeing these red gem pickups. Cool. Ah! Wave 11 of 15, huh? Get him, Fido! I like the dogs. The dogs is pretty neat part of this game. I would have done the dogs a little bit differently, I think. I think I would have made the dog like a pet, or I would have made characters that have different pets or whatever. And I would have made it more of a permanent pet. If it dies, you have to heal it somehow or something, rather than just endless dogs that you send out and they die all the time. I think I would have done the dog a little bit differently. Made it so you only have one dog, and if it dies, you have to pick up some kind of pickup or something like that and restore it to life, or, you know, circle it, or stay in its area for 10 seconds or 20 seconds. Kind of like how you revive people in Fantasy Survivors, or so many of these games. We have some TNT now. Try that. Yeah, this game doesn't look like it would be that much fun, but I can tell you this game's pretty damn fun. There you go. So you can almost lure the monsters into these storm areas. So you can try to lure these monsters into the storm area, like that. They all got zapped for 20 or 50 damage or whatever. Same thing here. Try to lure these enemies in here while you shoot at them. Definitely getting more difficult. You can see I'm about to lose my life here. This is wave... What wave were we on? We're at level 26. There's some health. Oh, yeah. Life restored. Woohoo, baby. Okay. We're going to choose that one. We're going to choose that one. If your bullet gives critical damage, it explodes. Replicator. Every summon is replicated. Ooh, that sounds cool. We're gonna have 2 dogs. Every time we send a dog out, we got a replication of the Cupid as well. That's a pretty strong perk there. Or reward, or whatever. Level 27. Need a health potion. Yeah, this game is fun in the fact that, you know, when you need a health potion, you're all looking over the screen for a health potion. You're like, oh yeah. Don't get it. The sound effects are definitely helping this game be more fun and more immersive. The sound effects are really well done in this game. I like the art as well, but yeah, the sound effects are taking this game up a notch for sure. Okay, so I died here. Played this game a little bit longer, but I wanted to at least give it one good game and see what I thought. Look at all the different relics and everything like that that I picked up. I scored 1,475 points. I love this. It's going to show you, so if you're playing with a friend or you're playing with like up to 3 friends or whatever, 4 of you friends, you're going to see who scored the most points. That's pretty cool. So you can have that little competition going. And you can even type in here, yeah, I scored more than you, loser, or whatever. You know, you can type that into the chat and you can chat it up or whatever there. Play again, or you can go back to the main menu. Relic dudes, guys, let's go ahead and back out of this game. I really like this one. This one is surprising to me because, like I said, I only played it for a few minutes before. I never really invested in it. But for one thing, I didn't remember that this thing was online co-op, so that's pretty sweet. For a $5 game, guys, this game is definitely worth it in my opinion. The developer, this one has a few other games out. Or one other game out, Gods of Sand, came out back in February of 2022. So they have a little bit of experience. And then when we go back here, this guy here, nope, they have another game as well back in April of 2022. So it looks like a couple of indie devs got together, Danilo MacB and whatever that is, H&R Studios, got together and put this game out. It's early access, so it's probably going to have a lot more updates, but you can see that they're updating it not so often, but with much bigger updates. Has Steam achievements, it has partial controller support, so you have that as well. Guys, I had fun with this one. It's more fun than it looks like. If I'm going to grade this one, I think it's more fun than the Fantasy Survivors I scored before, right before this. I'm going to give this game an 8.9 overall. And then I'm going to give it the same plus 0.2 points because it does have that online co-op, which can make a big difference in this competition. You know, you have that online co-op that could put a game, you know, over other games and push it up into the top 10 or whatever. I'm going to give this game 0.2 points for that. And I'm going to give this game not quite as many points for the updates because it wasn't quite as updated as like Fantasy Survivors, for example. But I'm definitely going to give it an extra 0.1 for the updates and the support that it's gotten so far since it launched. So if you add that in there, guys, you wind up with a final first impression score for Relic Dudes of a 9.2. That's surprising. And that means this game is winning this competition right now. The only other game that we're going to be playing in this video is Horde Hunters. So let's go ahead and take a look at that one, guys. And Horde Hunters will need to beat that 9.2 if it's going to win this competition. So, guys, when we look at Horde Hunters here, we see here that it only has 53 reviews since it came out 9 months ago, nearly 9 months ago at this time, back in February of 2023 here. And when you look at the screenshots here and stuff like that, it doesn't look like that impressive of a game. But I can tell you guys that I've already been blown away by this game on my alternate account, and I've already reviewed this game with a 36-minute video that made a Zaxter's Any Gold number 77 back in February as well. I played it on the game on the same day that it came out and was blown away by how good this game actually is and how unique it is. So you can definitely go look at Zaxter's Any Gold number 77 on YouTube, right here on YouTube to see how well this game is done. And it was $4 back then. It's still only $4 today. I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. And we come in here, guys, and we look at the game. It's still in early access. There is a demo if you want to try it yourself before putting up the money. Right now it's 20% off, so you can score it for just barely over $3. And let's go ahead and take a look at the updates to see what kind of updates this game's got over the months. So just an hour ago, guys, we have a major feedback update. The developer basically has listened to feedback that they've gotten, and wow, the timing on me making this video with this particular game in it couldn't have been better. I certainly didn't plan this, but we see that there's a new tutorial, new quality of life features. Bullet Heaven Fest. Festival starts today and includes a massive amount of games from the genre. Be sure to check it out. Bullet Heaven Fest. But look at that, yeah. Anyway, here's the changelog. New maps, new menus. Look at all this stuff. Gold ores give twice as gold. So a lot of changes and updates to the UI and fixing some bugs and just making things better overall. And a massive update here where the developer listened to feedback. And right here, a month ago, he was talking about, hey, what's currently happening. One of the major reasons I released Hordes in early access was so I could get feedback and help develop the game and help the community. I'm grateful for the players who have provided feedback thus far, but the reality is I need lots more of it. More feedback I get, the better I can make the game, basically. And so people are giving him tons of feedback, and this update just came out today on November the 6th, at the time I'm recording this video. Wow. So if you look at the history of his updates, though, hot fixes, but back in September, fixed some things, added some stuff, new power-ups, new weapons, and stuff like that. Back here in the middle of September, early September, a lot of stuff, a lot of new items, modified weapons, balancing the game out. Another developer that genuinely cares about the quality of his game, even though it's only a $4 game. Just super impressive, guys. And let's go ahead and go back to the store page here, guys. And let's show you a glimpse of what you're getting, because I'm not going to replay another 45 minutes here. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what this game offers you now for under $4 at this time in early access. Alright guys, we launched the game. I like the art style. In the settings, you have all these different settings to choose from. I really, really like that. That's pretty cool. You can choose the font style, retro, modern, text size. You can make the text size larger or smaller. A lot of different options to choose from here. How transparent everything, hit numbers, yes or not, screen shake, yes or no. So people like to have control of all this different stuff, and you can see all that well done here. And then the leaderboards are built right in here for all the different maps. You can see all the stuff they've gained and how long they played. 2 hours and 22 minutes somebody played this particular map. Since she played this map for almost 3 hours. This map must be quite a bit harder here because the top player only played it for 30 minutes before getting wiped out. But that's really cool to see. You could try to get your name in the top 15, it looks like, on every map right here, so people can see you in the game. And then you have all your different Steam achievements, the ones you've completed, the ones you haven't. And if you go in and play this game, guys, you have all these different characters that tells you a lot of information here. We have Titus here, and when we kill 1,000 enemies, we unlock Nicholas. Once we have Nicholas, we need to kill 1,000 enemies with Nicholas to unlock Merle. And then we can kind of see what their special abilities are and what kind of character they are. But you have all kinds of different stats here. Strength, perception, endurance, charisma, just like a classic RPG or whatever. Super, super fucking cool. You have the customize. You have the ability to customize your character and make them look a little bit differently here. Super sweet. And then you have maps that you can unlock, missions, different challenges you can unlock, power-ups to gain, and then right here, guys, difficulty. I think this is new. I don't know if this was in the game last time I reviewed it. You have the ability to tweak the difficulty of the game. You think, oh, you know, the enemy's health, they were a little bit too strong. You can reduce that, or you can make them a little bit tougher, and you can tweak all these different things to whatever suits your playstyle or what you desire in the game yourself. I have not seen this particular ability to tweak these kind of modifiers at all in any of these Vampire Survivor games until this one. So that's really, really cool. I like how it zooms in on you here. And we have our character here. So these are NPC characters that are going and minding their own business in this house. We have all these, like, hell dogs or hell hounds or whatever the hell they are. And we're stopping these guys up. But if I remember right, guys, you can basically jump on these guys, and you jump right to the end of a dotted line. And so you can jump and try to F these guys up. Super cool element of this game. Yeah, I remember that. And here we have a healing pool that will actually heal us. We're at full health right now, but we could come in here and get some healing to heal ourselves if we needed to. When we need to. Boom! And I like how their loot just flies everywhere when you kill them that way. And that jump mechanic is something unique that I haven't seen in any other Vampire Survivor-like games. And high props to the developer for doing that. Here you come into different areas. That tree dropped a apple and was able to pick that up. Here, if we come into a church, see what that does for us. Come in here, it'll say E to enter the church. And you can bless your heroic journey with a minor donation. You can fully heal your character, you can cleanse, clears enemy buffs in the view area, or weaken, halves the enemy health in the view area for a price. So just lots of different options here for you. The library, E for increased experience within the area. You're going to get more experience if you stay within this little area and you kill these mobs. You're going to get more experience. Super cool little fun thing. But look at my health going down because this big ass bird was on my ass and I'm already dead. So defeated, continue. We can just go ahead and restart immediately. I want to show you guys some more stuff about this game. So this is just a standard house out in the country. Love it, love it. The music is well done. Enter the barracks. Hire party members to aid you in battle. So you can get a farmer, a melee fighter, equipped with a pitchfork, or a dog. So let's go ahead, and we don't have any money, so we can come back in and we get some money. We can get a farmer or a dog to help us out in battle. How cool is that? Boom. Pick up some of that money. Get these experience gems. Yeah, this is kind of a indie Vampire Survivor-like game that came out of nowhere, and I'm surprised that even today, 9 months later, it still only has 53 reviews. That kind of blows my mind, because it's such a well-done game, and in my opinion, this is so much better than Vampire Survivors-like, even. So here we can go try to get some gold, kind of mine this big gold node here. If the enemies get too bad there in the area, remember you can just jump on them, pick up their fucking gold as it flies everywhere. That's super cool. Got a little more hacking on this gold node to do. Remember, you gotta aim where you're trying to hit. There we go. And just like that, we have 45 gold. Definitely doing better the second game than I did the first game. Get an apple, pick up that apple, and so your items that you pick up come over here, and you can always use your mouse wheel. So if I want to eat an apple, I'll regain some health. So just left click, and I ate an apple and regained all my health. So really cool there. So let's go ahead and unpause. Boom. Oops, I keep hitting space to pause. All right. Yeah, this game doesn't have a hit space to dash or anything like that. I think I'm kind of doing that by instinct after playing so many of these Vampire Survivor-like games. Go over here and get some supplies. Okay. Yeah, the music is so well done here. Sound effects are very well done in this game. And if you guys want to see more about why I like this game so much, definitely go check out my Zach Surgeon Gold number 77 it was for February, where I gave this game nothing but praise. Now, one thing I do remember about this game is that not only do you have all these little interesting little supply areas and stuff like that, the forge area where I think you can get more armor crafted and stuff like that, if I remember right. Yeah, enhance your weapons. You can, if I click on the sword here, I can enhance the weapon. But I believe you have to spend one of these skill points, which I don't have, to get that done. Library, increase experience within the area. But there are quest areas as well where you try to like save a burning house and stuff like that. We'll see if we can try to find one of those areas. There's a healing area. Let's go get some healing. We need a little bit of healing down here. You need to heal yourself. There we go. Feel rejuvenated. Oh, wow. Okay, there's another gold area. Enter the mine. So we're mining gold while we're inside this mine. That's pretty cool. And now we have an arrow pointing us. I believe this is going to be towards one of the quest areas up here. So we have 87 gold now. We could go hire that dog or whatever it was. Oh, it's raining at night here now. Or nightfall. This is an elite monster down here. It shows you your elite monster. So if you come in here, for example, you can start this mission. Collect 3 water to save this burning house. So you gotta collect 3 water while staying in the area, because if you leave the area for more than a couple of seconds, then it'll knock off your quest. But now that I've actually picked up 3 water to save this burning house, I get to choose like a reward here. 30% level worth of gems, divinity times 3, a massive explosion sent from above. Let's coin times 50. Let's get some coins. Why not? Boom. I probably ain't gonna kill that elite. We have a big boss here. We can see its health bar right there. Yeah, in my opinion, guys, this game is better than Vampire Survivors. I've played Vampire Survivors for like over 4 hours. I know a lot of people really like that, but this game here just has so many unique elements to it that Vampire Survivors just doesn't have. One thing I really like about this game as well, sometimes the storms will come and you'll see the lines showing you which way the wind's blowing. And if you try to move against the wind, you move really slow, but if you move with the wind, you move really fast. There's a nice big map and play area in this game. Somebody's shooting fireballs at me here, and this game is just super challenging. So let's go ahead and move up towards this area. It's going to be another quest area, and we have a rescue mission. So stay in the area for 18 seconds and save this farmer here. Remember, we can't leave. We can't leave the area. We have to stay there for 11 more seconds, and my health is going down. So it's really kind of a risk versus reward element, if you would. And I died 3 seconds before I did it. So that really is a risk versus reward. But I just wanted to go ahead and show you real quickly, guys, how well this game is done. And I pretty much already knew because I remembered how well this game was when I played this 9 months ago. So Horde Hunters, guys, only getting 90% positive reviews here on Steam. It's definitely a better game than that the reviews are reflecting here. Probably just because it's very unheard of and definitely isn't getting the attention this game deserves. 9 months ago and only has 53 reviews. That really surprises me, guys. Definitely go check out the Zach Sending Gold number 77 from February of 2023, where I gave this game a lot of hype, played it for like, I believe like 35, 40 minutes, and really like this game a lot. So this game is even better now than it was back then because of all the updates, better balanced, more stuff added, more weapons and everything like that added, and we can see this developer really cares about the quality of the game that they're making. Horde Hunters, guys, I'm going to go ahead and give it the same score that I gave it way back when, if not even more, but I gave it a 9.5 back then, an amazing and refreshing new VS-type game that is a breath of fresh air, and I still agree with that wholeheartedly. It's still going to keep that 9.5, guys, and even if I don't give it any higher of a score than I gave it back then, I think it definitely deserves that score, and that is a high enough score to win this competition today. So when we look at the competition today, between Spirit Hunters, Infinite Horde, Fantasy Survivors, Relic Dudes, which got the 9.1, I think it was, or 9.2. Horde Hunters here, guys, gets a 9.5, and it definitely wins the competition between these 4 games. And it's going to be really interesting when we pit all these winners against each other to find the best of the best. So be sure to comment down below, guys. Let me know what you guys think. And have you ever heard of Horde Hunters before? And if this video has inspired you to go buy any of these games, or Horde Hunters specifically, definitely comment down below and let me know what you guys think. We'll be back here soon, guys, with another competition for the next 4 games in the next week or so. We'll see you in the next video, everybody. Take care.